Hello and welcome to Fundy Fortunes. I'm Natalie. I'm an empath and intuitive card reader, and I'm here today to do the September monthly reading for the sign of Taurus. And right now I'm putting my sponge up. This is sweetgrass and sage. And for those of you that have a sour mind and always think the worst, sweetgrass grows naturally on my front lawn. It is not marijuana. It is not weed. It's called sweetgrass because it has a sweet smell to it. It's very heavily used. It's one of the #1 things that is used by the Indigenous people of Canada for their ceremonies and just about everything. What it does is, it doesn't clear flyaways, obviously. It clears out the energies and literally clears out 95% of the airborne bacteria in your home, but it cleans out our energies. It chases away the dark energies, brings in nice, clean, light, innocent, strong, pure energies. This is for you guys. This is for you guys, because we want to pass this along. All right. Okay, so let me start by saying this is a general reading. It may or may not resonate with you on a personal level. If you find you enjoy the reading and you'd like something personalized, I do offer that service. The information is found below in the description box beneath this window. If you are new to YouTube, the little red subscription button under the video window, that's free. Subscriptions to the channel is free, and all it means is when you click on that, automatically connects to your email. Next time Fundy, or anytime Fundy Fortunes posts anything new, you'll be alerted via your email notifications. Thank you to all subscribers and all viewers from the bottom of my heart. I'm really glad you take the time to come and sit with me and to have a little, for me, it's a spot of tea. Need the energy at 4:10 in the afternoon to kind of carry me through. All right, so 5-card spread for those that are new, using for all my online readings the Oceanic Tarot deck. Okay, by Lindsay Wagner. That's who the cards are created by. And the illustrator is Jane Delaford Taylor. Okay, get that taken care of. So 5 cards from that deck. Each card has a placement. First card is overall energy. Second card is your finances and your wealth, your money flow. The third card is your heart, your love, your romances. The fourth card is your challenges for September, Taurus. Your fifth card is message from spirit. At the very end, I draw one significator card from my deck of tarot. Okay, now let's get down to the reading and get right into the hub of the meat. Okay. All right, first card, Taurus, that I drew for you is the 9 of Wands. Wands are all about practical things. Just about anything you could think of, your bank account, your job, these are practical things. The card represents defense, and this is your overall energy of your reading. Defense. Okay, so when this card shows up, it says, Taurus, that you're feeling a sense of determination. You feel like you're facing challenges. You feel like you're sacrificing an awful lot of the inner part of who you are. By that, I feel that I should say for some of you, this feeling of having to sacrifice is sacrificing your own personality, what you really want to say and what you really think. You're biting your tongue and you're holding back. It shows hard work for some of you. For others, a feeling of protection. For some, rigidity and fear, and people are held in their rigidity by fear. That's why you become rigid about any enterprise or anything that you're encountering, facing people, whatever. That fear is what makes you rigid, and it's like, I'm not moving. This is where I stand. This is where I'm at, and I'm not moving from that. Oh, that's all good. Those are your key words. The advice of this card is protect what is yours and free up your thinking. Don't be so, again, rigid in your thinking. Open your mind up a little bit. Be a little more, what's the word I'm looking for? Late in the day, late night last night, my brain's not quite open. Don't be so anal in the way you think, and don't have such tunnel vision. That's still not the words that I wanted. This world is not a black and white world, and I mean that metaphorically. It is not black and white. The world is full of people that throw a burst of color in there, here and there. I like to think I'm one of them. What the heck? If you free up your thinking, you actually create some mental space so that you can make plans for the future. So don't say I'm never I'm never going to get married, and I'm never whatever. I'm not just holding back with the never going to do. But if you free that up and think about the future, think ahead a little bit. As I was saying in Gemini video last night, it's scientifically proven through research we can only hold one complete thought at a time up here. So that rigidity and fear that you're feeling, that tunnel vision, that stuck in one place, even though you don't feel stuck, you think this is a good place to be, and you're not taking one step out of it. When you start to think about things like your future, it tends to make you're dreaming basically. You're doing the vision thing, and you're looking ahead and saying, "This is where I want to be in 5 years, and this is how I want to be in 5 years." So when you're having that thought, your rigidity and fear all of a sudden doesn't exist anymore, whether you realize it or not. So it frees up the mind. The nine sees, the number nine here, nine of wands, sees that for some of you, you're exerting yourself. You're going over the top trying to protect your job, your sense of property. That could be, a real, terra firma beneath your feet. It could be, that you're defending your job. You feel there's a need to defend it. Maybe some of you are. I get the nudge for some of you that it's almost an overreaction, almost a paranoia, where you're feeling this way. And there was nothing to cause that, only in your mind. So some of you can relax a bit, go back and investigate and see if your feelings of protection for your job or anything along those lines is actually what's going on. You may find differently. Depends on frame of mind at the time of day, time of week, whatever, or where your headspace is on how we view different things. And sometimes if something recently has happened to make us a little bit paranoid, it kind of spreads, that kind of leaks out. Negative energies, they love to spread themselves like a bad germ. So that can happen. But the reality you could find is much different. Due to any sacrifices of the past, you feel a need to stand your ground. And this is a need of constant diligence. But in the end of the day, you have free choice. Okay, so you have free choice. You don't have to stand with all this rigidity and this fear and this paranoia. There's some things here, Taurus, you have to let go. You have to re-examine and then think about letting go. The second card that I pulled for you is the Star, and she's all about hope. And this is in your financial sector, by the way. Okay. So this is a good card. It's the Star, and she's a symbol of hope. Some of you right now, over the month of September, today is the 31st, and I'll get this out before the day's out to you so you can get started on the month. But some of you, your intuitions are going to be riding a little higher. You're going to become very intuitive and more open to what's going on. Maybe you took the advice of this first card and opened your thinking up a little bit, opened your brain up. When that happens, you're clearing out some negative, stale energies is what you're doing. And things like intuition and gut feelings can start to work. They're freer to stretch their legs, you might say. Lessons learned from hardships and heartache. Always take lessons from the things that impact us the most in life. Some of you are going to start regaining hope again, just hope in general, for your life, in the people in your life, and your own self moving forward and spreading out and growing. Right now, this card, the Star, the hope, is telling you to trust the protection that is coming from the universe right now, because the universe is spreading out, reaching down, and it is putting a dome of protection over you, your life, and your loved ones. Trust that it will do this. The Star actually guides you to happier times as well. The Star can reveal growth, personal growth. This card, the Star, will tell you as well, you're on the right path and that all will be fine. I was saying last night in the Gemini video, I think it was, or the one before that you got to trust in the universe. And sometimes the universe will take you by both shoulders and rake you right through the coals, and you're thinking, this is horrible. Sometimes hard reality. You know you're alive when you can feel the blood rushing through your veins. And it can be one of those things. And you're going to just say, oh, I hate this. Everything coming at me so unstable, and everything coming at me feels so negative. Sometimes it is your destiny to walk through the path of negativity to get to the good and the positivity and the rewards of the universe, because there's lessons to be learned. Your most growth goes on within humanity, within each human being. The most growth happens, the biggest spurts happen is when you're going through negativity and a hard time. Those are where the greatest lessons are learned. Try to remember that when you feel like you can't hold on another minute. Just hold on. You will get through to the other side. You will. One of my favorite sayings is a quote, and it is, "This too shall come to pass," unquote. That's true about life. Everything we go through, eventually, it wears itself out. Its usefulness is gone. We move and we slide into other things. The advice of this card is to follow your heart, respect your inner knowing, trust the universe will bring you what you need when you need it. The universe right now is in protection mode over you. Okay, for some reason the universe is reaching down saying, this person needs a guide. They need to be guided. This person needs protection. Give them a break from the pain that they've been through recently. And that pain level and the hard times and the negativity is probably different for all of you that are watching this video. Keywords are dreams, intuition, healing, rebirth, and wishes. And a nudge on that last word, wishes. Some of you have been wishing for something for a very long time. And always be careful what you wish for. A lot in that, eh? Be careful what you wish for. Just when we think we're getting what we wished for a long time, may not be the best thing. And sometimes the universe and karma and destiny will go, you know what, let them have it, so that they can let this wish go. This is not the best thing for them. And once they get it in their hands, they're going to realize, what was I thinking? I don't want this at all. Then they can let it go. When they realize, they back up and throw the wish back out there. I don't want this after all. You can move on to other things. And sometimes you have to get what you ask for in order to really get what you receive outside of that and what's coming at you. All right? And that goes for jobs. That goes for money. Like, some people will wish for a job and then they get it and they go, whoa, this is what I was thinking at all. You know, I thought I was going to get to work 3 days a week and every weekend off and banker's hours 9 to 5. And it turns out this job of my dreams that I've been drilling for, especially the money part of it, is not what I thought it was going to be. I don't want this, and I've wanted this for so long. This is devastating. This is not what I thought it was going to be. And you learn lessons from that. Let me look one more time here. For some of you, where your intuition is on right now, like you've opened yourself up to that, and you can feel your intuition's pretty strong right now, trust in that it'll take you where you need to go as well. Some of you need to back up your bank accounts. And what I mean by that is to have a surplus of meeting your need and what you need in your bank account and your money flow, your money investments, and going above and beyond that. That's insurance for you in case of any slow flows, of any slow periods of money making time where things can happen you don't see coming at you. But if you have that safety net there, you should be okay. Mercury is going retrograde right now too. It started yesterday and it goes through to September 22nd. Lines of communication, verbally and technology-wise, you know, your computers, your cell phones, and your house phones, and satellites, and all that stuff can get a little kerplooey. So keep that in mind as well. Anything that's really important on communication level, be very, very strong in your so that you're not misunderstood by other people. Things slow down at this time as well, and that's like I was saying about the brain. If you open it up and you see, that's what the good side of Mercury, because it slows everything down. And general energies become slow, which makes them more open and more free flowing, and gives the conscious and subconscious mind to like having a vacation or a rest that is being imposed upon you. You have no control over this. Everything is slowed down, including the money. It's not gone, it's just slowed down. For some of you that are into the money-making thing, have your own businesses and jobs, maybe some of you have piecework, so the more work you get, the more money you get. Things like this are going to slow down right now. It's due to Mercury. But it's a soft, easy time. Take advantage of the slow movement, to take a break. Just sit back and catch your breath. All right. Third card that I pulled for you. And a lot of readers believe that this is the happily ever after card. And guess where it fell? I'll tell you in a minute. In a minute. Happily ever after card fell in your house of love. That means personal relationships, anybody, anything that's close to your heart. It's 10 of Cups. 10 of Cups. Completion in your romance sector. The advice of this card is you can feel blessed for the life that you have right now. Maybe even celebrate your life. Go out for dinner tonight somewhere. Go take in a movie. Go take in a dance floor somewhere. Go see a live band. Love grows and bonds are going to deepen. All aspects of your personal life are about growth. Happy home, a lot of activity. Some of you that are house shopping right now are going to find your dream home. And some of you are going to plan to have children. And this is a wonderful, wonderful thing. For those of you that aren't feeling blessed for the life you have, if the spirits could ask you to step outside your own life for 1 minute and compare it to somebody less fortunate, somebody going through a hard time, somebody, just take a general look around. There's always going to be somebody that's worse off than you are. That's a given. That's just life. And when you look at somebody that has less than you do or less reasons to be happy than you do, all of a sudden your life doesn't look half shabby at all. And it looks pretty good. Right now, as long as you keep your energies open, you stop, you catch your breath, become a little bit more aware and a little more accepting of things around you and the vibrations and the energies that are coming at you. That means all the things and all the people and everything that you're encountering every day. This allows for a lot of growth emotionally and mentally, a lot of growth spiritually as well. For those of you that are searching for your dream home so that you can begin having a family, this is coming up on you, and yes, you're going to have that. You're going to be very content. I feel the heat of the card off of this little section right here, and that's about those of you that are looking for a beautiful home, and it's coming. It's going to come real fast. Some of you right now are actively looking. You're actively looking, and it isn't going to take weeks and weeks and weeks at all to find what you're looking for. You're just gonna spy a house and you're gonna say this is it before you even walk in and look around. And when you do walk in and look around, the more walking in there and the more looking around you do, and the more it'll be emphasized. This is it. This is the house. This is going to be our new home. Very exciting time for you. Keywords for this card are family, love, weddings, home, security, children, and celebration. And that is a very, very, very good card. I feel a nudge to say, for one or two of you, new love will be coming into your life, but it will be friendship first. I feel that very, very strongly from the card. And it will be long-term friendship that will grow into something else for some of you. Some of you have already been in a long-term friendship for quite a while, and now you're feeling it's grown into something a little bit more, but you're still holding back out of shyness, out of the fear of rejection. So I can see two people together walking, and one arm goes around the back, another arm goes around the other back, and there's the major first move that's been made. You've never done that before. It's something so small, but if you've just been friends with somebody for a long time, and you've grown in that level of friendship, so you know just about everything about each other. And now it's that path has been walked, and now you're moving on to a new road, and the new road is closer, physically closer, agreements of emotional closeness. You're going to start to date now. It's grown into something else. That's for some of you. It's a good card. The fourth card is the Four of Swords. It's about recovery. This is your challenges for the month of September, Taurus. This is for the month of September. Keywords for this are, excuse me, In action, some of you are going to need time away from a relationship. Some of you are going to need time away from society in general. So there's some healing going on. And some of you are very much hungry for some peace, some stillness, and some rest in your life. That's coming up. The peace, the stillness, and the rest for those of you, it's just long overdue. Way long overdue. You're over fried, big time, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. You're almost numb physically because you're so tired, and you need to take a break and take yourself away. And I don't mean for a week. You need a good break about 3 or 4 weeks long, away from everything and everybody. Not that you don't love everyone in your life, and not that you wouldn't miss them. You certainly would. But this is self-survival kicking in for you. You really need to pull yourself away. This is going to be one of the best things this year that you can do for yourself. You need a retreat. You just need to shut everybody down for a while. If you have prior commitments to other people, places of employment, jobs, this kind of thing, I feel there may be one mother out there feeling that she's overwhelmed. You know what? If you can hire a nanny service, if you can hire a friend, anybody to come in and help with the children while you're gone, and explain to your spouse, I need this. If I don't have this, I don't know what's going to happen, and I have to have this, and no, you're not part of it. Make it clear to your spouse they're not part of it. This is something just for you for self-survival, and you pray that they will understand that. That's real heavy stuff. That's pretty heavy. Accept also that this is just how things need to be just now. It's just the way they are. It is what it is. You'll make more progress when the time is right. Timing is everything. Remember that. Trust in that. Let it go. Just trust in that. That things are going to start to happen when the time is right and not before. You need stress, a stressful release from commitments for some of you. As I said, quiet time is needed. And for some of you, the 4 shows up to tell you that for the month of September, some plans that you had are on hold temporarily. There's something there there was a snag in there, a snaggle, that kind of threw a wrench into things. It's not that for some of you, the few of you that this is reflected upon, it's not like it's never going to happen. You just got to sit back and twiddle your thumbs a little bit longer. There's nothing you can do about it. There's something that's happened that's out of your control. You know, there's a mail strike coming up in Canada. That could be out of your control. Something that's caught. Not that we're on strike; they're on strike here yet, but the threat's been hanging in the air. Something may have been recently set out in the mail, a parcel, a package, a letter, a contract, something like this, and it's very important to you. And you're terrified now that it's going to get caught in the middle of a strike, or a potential strike that could happen. It's out of your control. You see, there's nothing you can do about that. All right. So there's some challenges for the month. The final and 5th card that I pull in the Oceanic Tarot deck is the 10 of Swords, and this is all about endings. This is your message from Spirit. When you see the swords are all about the mind, conscious, subconscious, and we've already covered that. Freeing up the mind to allow expansion and growth and allow new things to come in. This is the final number card in the suit. You're trying to bring it into relationships, but some of them are going to have some degree of drama, and you can't help that. But the thing is you're not going to be expecting that drama, so it's going to come as a shock to some of you. Whatever this is, you've brought it to an end because it's a situation, a relationship that it just can't grow, and you know that. There's absolutely no way this relationship is going to grow whatsoever. However, this card may be unwanted in a reading. It does bring things in your face, and it does tell you the truth. It helps you to see what needs to be released. Sometimes it's relationships that need to be, sometimes it's jobs, sometimes it's material things. You could have a fancy sports car that's just sucking you dry, or an oversized vehicle. And you can't afford to run it anymore. It could be anything like that. This is more for relationships, though. I feel that the spirit is trying to tell you, you need to let some things go. You're not expecting as much drama when that goes down, and you're going to be shocked by it when it does. You're just going to be taken aback. It's nothing serious, but you are going to be taken aback. It's something you're going to have to deal with in the moment. Don't be left scrambling for your senses. Call it as you see it. There's no studying of lines and, ooh, if this happens, I'll say that. And if that goes down, if they say this, then I'll say, there's none of that going on. This is flying by the seat of your pants. This is what you call living in the now, honey. And it's going to be an eye-opener. When you walk away, you're going to be walking away like this. This person's going to be behind you. You're looking ahead, and your eyes are big, and you're going, holy cow. I didn't see that coming. Oof. And you start walking a little bit faster to get away even quicker before something else happens. So you need to walk away. The advice of the card says so. You need to let go and focus on the present rather than dwell on the past. So don't do that. Your keywords for this are completion, release, drama, transformation, victimhood, truth, or shock. And there's always an element of truth. You're going to find, there's the shocking end, you're going to find an element of truth in a situation. I mean an element, not the whole thing. You're going to find out about the situation, and there's going to be an element of truth, but it doesn't encompass the whole situation that you're going to find shocking. Okay, so that's your 5-card reading. Let's look and see what tarot brought. Let's see here. I have the 8 of Pentacles. Pentacles are coins, deniers, discs. They're all about money and creativity a lot of times too. Okay, let me get my book. Okay, 8 of Pentacles. Okay. This card predicts the need to proceed with caution. It is a card of starting over, of doing something new, or a period of expansion. Apprenticeship can be scary or demoralizing, and it foretells, if not a tough period, this will be a time of learning, making mistakes, having doubts, and just hard work. I think that was all covered at one point or another within your reading, especially the part about starting over and ending of other things and the beginning of new things in the period of expansion, of not being in that tunnel vision and being rigid. Your edges are starting to soften, and you're a little bit more open about that. Anybody starting a new job, yes, it's scary, and yes, it's demoralizing. It can be, not always. You're the new kid on the block. I don't care if you're 18 or you're 58. If you're starting a new job, you're the new kid on the block, and you don't know what you're doing, and you wished you could just wake up, go into this job, and just jump in head first, because some of you are the type of workers, Taurus. One thing about Taurus, they have a work ethic. I know that personally because I know some. And they'll work like, whoa. And it's all about when they're at work, they're so focus driven, they don't let anything else in. Then they have tunnel vision. But when they know the job inside out and they know what they're doing, you got to give a Taurus their space. Because my dad was a Taurus. And when he was working, you didn't go within his personal space, because he would verbally be very quick and short. He wouldn't yell. He wouldn't turn on you. You'd just be very, yes, very, no, don't bother me, I'm working. And when he wasn't working, you never met a more loving, warm person in all your life who loved to laugh and have a good time. But he was a Taurus. And when it came to work, you didn't get in his way and you didn't mess around. You knew his work and you knew it well. For Taurus that are just beginning new jobs, this is a real uncomfortable period for you. And we're very well aware of that. And Taurus have a lot of pride. They really do, a lot of pride. Nothing wrong with that either. Pride is a good thing. Pride holds us up. Pride, self-pride, that's where we demand certain expectations of ourselves because we are proud. And for somebody that's like that, they have to take off a little bit of humble pie because they're the new kid on the block. They're the new employee. They're the newbie. And that's really, really hard. But you're going to make some mistakes, Taurus. You're going to have some doubts. For some of you, this is new work that you've never, ever even imagined trying before. It's a whole new kettle of fish for you. Big time. So all I can say is stick to your guns. You're not the type to give up easy. Chances are, and I feel the nudge to say, for those of you in that situation, that what's going to happen, they're going to work out just fine. The job will like you and you will like it. And if you don't, what's the big deal? You just look for another job while you still have that job. It gets a lot easier if you're not happy. You're in control. You put down those walls of fear and rigidity, and now you're a more open person, open to change. So it's a wonderful thing. It really is. Taurus, I want to thank you very much for stopping by and viewing this reading. I hoped that you liked this reading, and I hope you'll come back. If you haven't subscribed, for the new subscribers, hit the subscribe button. Reason being, because Fundy Fortunes will be posting another video in a couple weeks' time for the mid-month readings for September. So you got to come back to see what that's all about. Thank you once again. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I wish you the best of luck and hope to see you soon. Stay safe, stay good, behave yourself. Bye-bye.